You think Jerry Jones is just playing hardball? You think this is just business as usual? If you believe that, you haven't been paying attention to the psychological tightrope this franchise has been walking. We are looking at a situation where the owner of the Dallas Cowboys is openly betting that the allure of the star on the helmet is stronger than the frustration of a one-year deal. Jerry looked the media in the eye and essentially said he isn't losing a wink of sleep over slapping the franchise tag on George Pickens. He's betting the house that Pickens' love for the game will override the bitterness of not getting long-term security. But let's be real, from where I'm sitting, looking at the history of volatile receivers in this league, that is a gamble that could blow up the locker room before we even get to training camp. I'm Carlos Eduardo, and today we're having a real talk about the state of this franchise. No sugarcoating, just the reality of the situation. Let's cut through the noise. We have reports confirming Jerry wants George Pickens here for a long time, yet we are staring down the barrel of a $28.8 million franchise tag because a long-term deal isn't close. Jerry was asked if he was worried about how Pickens would react. His answer? Not at all. He claims there is nothing fragile about Pickens. From my perspective, that is a dangerous miscalculation. I've been analyzing this team for years, and if there is one thing I know, it's that you cannot treat every player the same. You treat them fairly, yes, but you don't manage a fiery, emotional talent like Pickens the same way you manage a technician like Zach Martin. Jerry is out here dismissing the rumors, the noise, the whispers about Pickens being a headache. And look, I respect an owner defending his guys, but we watched the games. We saw the reported fines for being late. We heard about the missed team bus. We saw the lazy routes on the All-22 tape during that losing streak. Those aren't media fabrications. Those are discipline issues. And when you tell a guy with maturity issues that you aren't willing to commit to him long-term yet, that you want him to prove it again on a one-year deal, you are inviting chaos. Jerry says Pickens loves football too much to hold out. He's banking on that passion. And I will give Pickens this: when the lights are bright at Jerry World, when it's third and long and we need a play, that kid attacks the football like it belongs to him. I love the dog in him. It reminds me of the fire we used to see in the 90s, that refusal to go down. But there is a flip side. When the ball isn't coming his way, or when the contract talk gets stagnant, does that fire turn into a blaze that burns down the offensive chemistry? If I'm being honest with Cowboys fans, this feels like Jerry Jones trying to have his cake and eat it too. He wants the elite talent, the highlight reel catches, the field-stretching ability that opens up the middle for CeeDee Lamb, but he doesn't want to pay the premium for the risk associated with the personality, and I get it. But in the NFL, you pay for what you tolerate. My worry is that a disgruntled George Pickens isn't just a neutral asset, he's a negative one. If he's not blocking downfield because he's mad about his agent not getting a call, that hurts the running game. If he's running a sloppy route because he's focused on his bank account, that leads to interceptions. Dak Prescott needs trust. He needs to know that when he throws that back shoulder fade, his guy is fighting for it, not pouting because he feels disrespected. Let's talk about that fragile comment. That is Jerry speaking directly to the ego of the player. It's a classic Jerry move. He thinks he can love these guys into submission. He did it with T.O., he did it with Pac-Man Jones. Sometimes it works, but usually, when the adversity hits, when we lose a tough game to the Eagles or the Giants punch us in the mouth, that's when the contract status rears its ugly head. That's when the me-first attitude creeps in. We are trying to build a Super Bowl contender here. To do that, you need a locker room that is pulling in the same direction. We have Micah Parsons needing to get paid. We have Dak on a massive number. If Pickens is the odd man out, the guy playing on the one-year prove-it deal, does he become a distraction? The media vultures are going to ask him about his contract every single day. Every dropped pass will be analyzed through the lens of his happiness. Is that the environment conducive to winning a ring? I look back at the Jimmy Johnson era, and the discipline was internal. If you messed up, you were gone. Now, under the Jerry regime, we tolerate a lot more because talent is king. I'm not saying we should cut Pickens. Absolutely not. The talent is undeniable. He does things on a football field that 99% of humans cannot do. But simply slapping a tag on him and saying, he loves football, he'll be fine, feels dismissive of the human element. So, what's the verdict? Is Jerry a genius for calling the bluff, knowing the tag is a massive payday? Or is he lighting a fuse on a stick of dynamite? My gut tells me we are in for a rocky offseason. I expect Pickens to stay away from OTAs. I expect cryptic social media posts. And through it all, Jerry will smile and say it's just business. But we need to be better than just business. We need to be a brotherhood. If George Pickens wants to be a legend in Dallas, if he wants his name in the Ring of Honor, he He needs to take this challenge, dominate on the franchise tag, and force Jerry to write the check next year. But Jerry needs to stop pretending that the mental side of the game doesn't matter. You can't just throw money at a problem and hope it goes away. You have to build relationships. The talent is there, the ambition is there, but the unity, that is the question mark. And until that question mark turns into an exclamation point, we are just a collection of expensive parts trying to be a machine. We need to be a dynasty. And that starts with handling your business in the front office so the players can handle their business on the field. I'm watching this situation like a hawk. Let's keep the pressure on. Let's keep the standards high, because nobody deserves a winner more than Cowboys Nation. Until next time, keep your eyes on the film and your heart with the star. This is Carlos Eduardo, signing off. Let's go get that ring.